So we've been saying since the Royal Rumble, that horrific event, how they've been totally mismanaging Daniel Bryan's push since SummerSlam, the most popular wrestler in the company, probably the most popular wrestler since arguably when The Rock and Stone Cold left in around 2002, 2003. And they've totally been mismanaged his push. They haven't given him a true, as Steve Austin says in his podcast, the green light push, meaning we're putting everything in the company behind you.
Right.
They haven't done that until now. They're finally starting to do that. They can no longer ignore the reaction of the crowds. They've tried to turn him heel earlier in the year. It was like literally a 3-week heel turn, which did not work through either their own planning or the fact that I don't understand why it'd be only a 3-week heel turn back to face, but whatever. And so at the Royal Rumble, he wasn't even in the match. The crowd turned on it. Batista, who came back after 4 years, who was not a good wrestler then, now he's 45 and just a muscular guy, and that's all he is, and who's not a good worker. He got the main event spot against Randy Orton. The crowd was booing him, though. He didn't come back as a heel, but that's what the crowd made him within a couple weeks, so they decided to turn him heel, which was the right decision, but now you're faced with Orton versus Batista, which we always say, you can never do a heel versus heel match.
Your recap is going to be longer than the actual
I know!
news.
But, so the news is this. We always said they had to find a way to insert Daniel Bryan into the main event to make it right. They are finally backtracking doing that. On Monday Night Raw, what we predicted, which people were saying, oh, Pat predicted it, because anyone could predict this.
Yeah, it's not hard.
Originally, the rumor was it was supposed to be CM Punk originally versus Triple H at WrestleMania. Since CM Punk left, Triple H was now going to face Daniel Bryan. And the storyline's logical. He's been getting screwed over since SummerSlam. He got pedigreed after winning the title at SummerSlam cleanly against John Cena, by the way. And then he got pedigreed. Randy Orton cashed the Money in the Bank. And Daniel Bryan was champion for like a minute and a half. And then he got screwed a couple more times between that. He could have faced Triple H in between now and then. Now he's going to face him at WrestleMania. And the stipulation added, Randy Orton actually had like almost like an Occupy Wall Street thing. Excuse me. Daniel Bryan had like an Occupy WWE Raw thing where they had people in shirts come around the ring, like 50 people, with him in the ring saying, I'm not going to leave the ring until you give me what I want, which is to match at you at WrestleMania. Triple H acquiesced, begrudgingly saying, you're a B+ player, I'm an A+ player, I'm not going to waste my time with you. Then Daniel Bryan added, if I win our match at WrestleMania, you're going to insert me into the title triple threat match at WrestleMania 30, which we predicted it would happen. Yeah. So they're going to do that. And then the past Monday on Raw, Triple H said, if I win, I'm going to be in that triple threat match. And Stephanie McMahon's like, what the hell are you thinking? We have a family. You can't be a wrestler again. But then it's the best they could have done to salvage Daniel Bryan not winning the Royal Rumble like he should have, let alone not being in it. They finally realized their mistake, that this is the only option they really have. And it's Daniel Bryan deserves it.
Yeah, the only thing I have to say is if they do put the strap on him, I think to legitimize his championship reign, he needs one really stellar one-on-one, well-built-up title defense that he wins.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no. He'll have the title for at least, I say, 3 months if he wins.
Right.
Benoit had it for at least a couple months.
Eddie had it for 3. Yeah. But I'm just saying, like, they need to give him... So if he's going to win it in a triple threat to legitimize it at the next pay-per-view, he needs a really good one-on-one defense.
It'll be against Batista, probably. Because Batista will say, I got screwed out of this, I came back. They've been building up...
Well, I don't know how amazing that'll be, but yeah.
But they've been building up. Sure. Batista's been, I was saying, I didn't come back for this BS. I came back for a one-on-one shot. I earned it at Royal Rumble. It logically makes sense.
Yeah, sure.
That'll probably be his first opponent. After a rematch on Raw with Orton, that he'll win.
Orton?
Because he'll win against Orton. It's a triple threat match, but he'll probably pin Orton.
Gotcha.
And then Batista said, I wasn't even beat. I won't want a rematch. So there's always a rematch like on Raw.
Yeah.
Against they'll lose again. But he'll have it for, let's say, 3-4 months. Hopefully until SummerSlam. That'd be nice. A nice 5-6 month reign, which would be nice. And what was interesting is that the build-up is now before there was no interesting matches. Yeah, Lesnar, Undertaker. That's going to be interesting, kind of. But the beatdown that Triple H gave Daniel Bryan on Raw was one of the most brutal ones I've probably seen since the Attitude Era. It was brutal because, for a few reasons. There has been a brutal beatdown like that during the PG era to this extent. The PG era started, I think, like 2000.
They used the chair shot, right? I mean,
not just that, to the head.
That's pretty...
And those were explicitly banned.
Yeah.
So what happened was he had fake cops come out. Stephanie had fake cops come out and handcuff Daniel Bryan. So Triple H was trying to say, no, what are you doing? Don't throw him out. And then he revealed that he was in on it and beats him up for, it was like that uncomfortable length of like a 10-minute beatdown.
Like an old school NWO beatdown.
But no, beyond that, to the point where even like the heel announcers are going, okay, that's enough.
Right.
Like JBL's like the heelish announcer saying, okay, that's enough. We've gone too far. Like he was like, thrown across the table, handcuffed. He was body slammed, handcuffed onto the announcement table. Like that's even dangerous for his arms, stuff like that. And then holding him for Stephanie, and then Stephanie's McMahon slapping him. It's funny. He's trying to fight back then, Brian. He goes to Stephanie McMahon, you hit like a girl. Was actually really funny. And then the biggest thing that was like, holy shit, because even doing this is dangerous to begin with, but doing it in this era hasn't been seen, and it wasn't even on pay-per-view. And like I said, you get fined and banned. You can't even blade anymore. You
I was gonna say, did he blade?
Well,
he put it in his hands,
but he put his head next to the ring post, laying down, and hit him in the head with the chair. Obviously, he didn't really connect with the head, but it looks like it's like the sickest looking shot. Right. That if you miss with that in real life, you're going to do damage.
Yeah.
The fact that they did that during that to show how serious the Triple H was of killing Daniel Bryan, and then pedigreeing him with his arms behind him too, that could be dangerous too if you don't want to protect the guy. That's like, all of a sudden now this shit is real. Like this is that's going to be a brutal match, and Daniel Bryan's going to have to do double duty. Win that match earlier in the card, hopefully not get injured during that brutal, which will probably be a brutal match, then come back and win the triple threat match in the main event for his WrestleMania moment. That's the way it should have been, besides the fact that he should have won the Royal Rumble, but at least it's the next best thing.